Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nick will put Brooke in peril, but it'll lead to Ridge's heroic moment. Grace taradiddle will also blow up. Finn is closing in on the Verity about Liam condition. Grace's downfall is ahead. Finn won't back off like Grace wants. Her web of deception will eventually fall piecemeal. Once Finn gets updates on Grace duping Liam with bogus reviews, he'll realize Liam no way had brain cancer. This was all an elaborate plot to score Bill $1 million and cover the massive debts that Grace was getting wearied over. Grace will deliver a frantic plea and stopgap. She can count on Finn to keep this under wraps, but he wouldn't go for that idea at all. Finn will drag Grace over to Bill's house soon after and force her to come clean to Liam as well as Hope. While Hope and Liam face the horror of what Grace did, chaos will break out in Italy. Eric will give Ridge news on Nick's engagement ring for Brooke, so Ridge will know he'd more act presto. Ridge wouldn't want Nick popping the question to Brooke and putting that ring on her cutlet, so he'll run down to the jetties looking for her. Nick will formally have Brooke out on the boat, so she'll relax in the veritably back while he drives. Once Nick sees Ridge, he'll pick up speed and take off in another direction. Brooke will ultimately tumble overboard and splash into the water, but Ridge will jump right in and save her. After Ridge proves he's Brooke's idol, he'll admit she's been right each on. Ridge wouldn't be suitable to deny his real passions presently, so he'll confess that Brooke is his person. Ridge has been trying to make effects work with Taylor and doesn't want to break her heart, but he wouldn't be suitable to go against fortune presently. Brooke and Ridge may get in grand kiss with gorgeous Italy as the background, so don't miss what's in store. Finn to expose Grace. Ridge jumps into action to save a drowning Brooke. Finn is determined to figure out the verity behind the unforeseen miraculous recovery of Liam. The croaker has tried to figure it out along with Bridget. Finn indeed mentions that he can't find the name of the croaker. Who did the surgery online? Grace isn't veritably forthcoming and keeps being vague as well as dismissive. At some point, Finn figures out the verity about Liam's fake brain cancer. Finn confronts Grace, who's hopeless to keep the scheme going. Grace actually begs the other croaker to keep her secret and help cover it up. Finn is way too moral for that, but insists on Grace telling Liam and Hope the verity. Liam and Hope both sit up with alarm as Grace stands there virtually shaking in her skin. Eric tells Ridge about Nick's offer plan. Ridge rushes to the harbor, but Nick and Brooke are formerly on the motorboat and zooming down. Brooke decides it's a great idea to lay on top of the boat while it's zooming through the water. Of course, that's how Brooke ends up falling into the water. That will impel Ridge to jump into the water to save Brooke. This experience will have Ridge making a sincere concession to Brooke. What about Taylor if Brooke agrees to take Ridge back? How long until it lasts this time? Lee tried to get Luna to wake up from her coma. Sheila could do some probing into Luna's death. Will Sheila end up chancing out the verity about Lee's secret and Luna's death? Lee seriously undervalued Luna's other grandmother. Sheila is a sheltered con artist. If Lee Finnegan thinks she can move her, Luna is dead. Also, she has another thing coming. Finn join his bio mama in the hunt for answers? Keep reading to find out. Sheila had some questions for Lee about Luna passing after the firing. Sheila was getting her 8 toes taken care of when Luna apparently passed away at the sanitarium. The more questions she asks, the further Sheila can tell that Lee is hiding commodity. Why can't she know where her granddaughter is buried? It wouldn't be long until Sheila tracks Finn down and tells him about her reservations. Finn knows what his mama is able of. After all, when he was shot, she abducted him from the sanitarium and faked his death. It wouldn't be long before Finn starts putting the suggestions together and realizes his son might not be dead after all. Steffi has left city with the kiddies to get her head together. While she's down, Finn and Sheila can bond over their new Scooby-Doo riddle and hunt for suggestions about Luna together. Since he learned that Sheila was his bio mama, his woman has made sure they haven't spent any time together. But, since Steffi is down, all bets feel to be out. Plus, Sheila just saved her life. Can Steffi really order Finn not to speak to her? Will Finn and Sheila find Luna together? Are you looking forward to seeing him spend time with his birth mama? How will Steffi reply when she comes home and finds out Finn and Sheila are besties now? Lee and Grace are two dirty croakers. They're both in the running for a medical malpractice action. Everyone sounded off on the top croakers and revealed which one is the worst. Still, you'd more not run or DR, if you need a medical exigency. Lee or Grace? There's a chance that you could get conned into a fake procedure, or you could be presumed dead. On one Cleaner Pieces communication board, B&B suckers compared the two croakers, who are both up to no good. Who's the worst? Lee or Grace? The original Bill asked. Both of them could be in a world of trouble if set up out. I haven't decided yet. It's a toss-up between the two. Grace might be caught scamming Bill and Liam out of a million bones. Meanwhile, Lee is hiding Luna, who is ain't dead, as preliminarily assumed. Lee had a change of heart and wants to nurse Luna back to good physical and internal health. Lee has serious when it comes to breaking all the rules, and she's keeping a killer alive, one person argued. Grace, we still doan't know her motives and what really happened. Other suckers agreed that Lee is the worst of the two. This isn't her first rodeo. She kept Finn hidden when he was assumed dead. We also haven't forgotten the time when Lee made her ex-husband, Jack, take a DNA test to prove that he was Luna's natural father. Still, she ended up with egg on her face. She assumed that he slept with her family. But it was proven that Finn was Luna's natural father. Not everyone believed that Lee is all that bad. Some people argued that Grace took advantage of Liam's health extremity and Bill's despair. Grace. What she's done is for plutocrat. What Lee has done is for suckers twisted as that is, the stoner wrote. Well, if Grace is lying now about curing Liam and he still has a terminal brain excrescence, I'm going to say Grace, another person responded. Grace is analogous to her ex-husband, the disgraced Reese. He used to con people out of plutocrat. But we doan't know why Grace demanded a million bones. It's possible that she could still be paying off Reese's schemes and gambling dependents. Lee and Grace partake commodity differently in common. They both believe they're helping their families. Grace's family presumably needs the plutocrat, while Lee wants Luna to become a better person. But they're hurting everyone differently and blurring ethical lines. Who do you suppose is the worst croaker? Not unless Nick has commodity to do with it. He's running around like a funk with its head cut off. He informed his hand that the boat must be ready as soon as possible. But it looks like Brooke formerly got her romantic lift. Nick eventually arrived at the event, but Eric told him he wasn't invited. What will he do? Will he stay indeed if he's not drink? At least not by Eric, anyway. Brooke is having a hard time. This business trip is bringing up too numerous delicate recollections of when she was with Ridge. He can tell and hates seeing her suffer like this. Brooke feels like she needs to leave, but Ridge tells her to stay. What will she do? Will she eventually escape and leave with Nick? Lee is making the utmost of her time off by taking care of her bastard, Luna. She prayed her to stay alive. It turns out that Luna might have made it through surgery, after all. But will she live? And what will she be like when she wakes up? Luna is a cold thoroughbred killer who's out for blood. She might wake up with a lust for vengeance, and Lee could change her mind about saving Luna's life. Or it's also possible that Luna could wake up as a fully different person.